Hi guys, welcome back to Lulu is Getting a Sister. Last we read in chapters 13 and 14, Lulu was actually kind of coming around to the idea of having a little sister because Sebastian was complimenting her the whole time and telling her how amazing she was, and she thought, it might not be so bad if I have somebody around who loves me that much. So that was in chapter 14. Here we go, chapter 15. Again, I'm asking why Lulu can't remember that she is up here at Camp Sisterhood to learn to love and be nice to her little sister. She isn't here to learn how to teach her little sister to adore her, like with Sebastian. But that's what Lulu wants, and since Sebastian already adores her, she won't learn anything from hanging out with him. So if she's going to figure out this adoration stuff, she must trade in Sebastian for another kid. On Monday after lunch, Lulu announced to Call Me Debbie that she needed to exchange Sebastian for Mitzi again. To which Call Me Debbie replied that there was a rule about not trading in your kid. To which Lulu pointed out that Call Me Debbie had already broken that rule. To which Debbie explained that breaking it once didn't make it okay to break it twice. To which Lulu loudly insisted, but we won't be breaking it twice, we will be unbreaking it. We'll be putting things back the way they were before. A long time later, Call Me Debbie, worn out from arguing with Lulu and desperately needing a cup of tea and a nap, finally told her, right, okay, we'll compromise. I'm letting you trade in Sebastian, but in exchange, you're taking both Mitzi and Fritzy, which was totally fine with Lulu. Do you guys remember what compromise means? Right? Where two people have way different ideas, but they come together to make a solution. So that's exactly what Call Me Debbie and Lulu did. All right? So Lulu wanted to exchange for Mitzi, and Call Me Debbie said no, so they compromised. So Lulu gets to, but the compromise is she has to take both the twins, Mitzi and Fritzy. All right, said Lulu to Mitzi and Fritzy when the next morning they gathered in the vegetable garden. Let's get something understood right now. Mitzi, you beat me at Scrabble. Fritzy, you beat me at swimming. But you shouldn't forget that I'm older and smarter and better than you are at everything. Everything else. So, either Fritzy or Mitzi said to Lulu. So, said Lulu, here's how it should go. I expect respect to begin with, followed by a little bit later by admiration, and a little bit after that, after you've heard my jokes and rhymes and the names of state capitals, plus seen all the games and sports events I can win, you're going to decide that I'm probably perfect through and through, and maybe the greatest person you ever met. After which you'll totally adore me. So here's Lulu, thinking she's the boss, and there's Mitzi and Fritzy. They don't seem too sure about it. Lulu, smiling proudly, was quite pleased with her presentation. The twins, however, were not that impressed. We will? Said Mitzi or Fritzy to Lulu. I don't know about that. Especially since, I'm sorry to say, and this must have been Fritzy speaking, you couldn't beat me once, not even once in a swimming race. And never even heard the word cakeek? This was Mitzi speaking. Till I beat you at Scrabble. And furthermore, added Fritzy, how many words in 5 seconds can you rhyme with? I told you I wasn't counting Scrabble or swimming, Lulu growled. And furthermore, she continued as a flash, beak, cheek, eek, freak, geek, leak, meek, peek, reek, seek, teak, weak, and zeek. So how come you left out unique and oblique and Mozambique? Asked a most exasperating Mitzi. She did her very best, exclaimed most condescendingly Fritzy. She probably doesn't even know any of those fancy words. Let's start weeding this garden, hissed Lulu, who almost couldn't stop herself from doing or saying anything she certainly shouldn't. She certainly shouldn't. So Lulu's saying all these words that she knows rhyme with one another, and the twins are saying, actually, do you know these challenge words? And Lulu didn't know them, so she said, let's get back to gardening. Let's start weeding this garden, hissed Lulu, who almost couldn't stop herself from doing or saying something she certainly shouldn't. And I don't want you pulling out anything but weeds. While they worked in the vegetable garden, Lulu slowly calmed down, reminding herself that throwing a tantrum or yanking a hunk of hair wasn't the best way to get the girls to totally adore her. She decided instead to amuse them with her hilarious, "Why does nobody starve in the desert?" joke. And after she finished asking them why, and after they both gave up, Lulu explained that nobody starves in the desert because of the sandwich is there. Get it? Desert sandwich. After which, there was not a whole lot of laughing. More like none. Not the funniest joke that I've ever heard in my entire life, said Mitzi. But not bad, said Fritzy. As that one about why did the chicken cross the road. So they're saying not the best joke, but that's okay. Lulu was starting to feel that this adoration thing might be harder than she expected. So she said, changing the subject, Bismarck, Carson City, Sacramento, Dover. What about them? Asked Fritzy or Mitzi. They are all the capital cities of North Dakota, Nevada, California, and Delaware, said Lulu. And I know the other 46 capitals too. Well, isn't she maybe the greatest? Said Mitzi to Fritzy. And probably perfect, said Fritzy, through and through. Lulu was getting angry again, angry like steam was coming out of her ears. So she chanted, but just to herself, a calm down chant. Kind of like our belly breathing. It doesn't matter if they disrespect, mock, and ignore me. Before the week is over, they will totally adore me. When Lulu had finished chanting, however, she was still feeling angry, so she chanted another verse of her calm down chant. It doesn't matter if they are against instead of for me. By Sunday morning, they will both adore me. So now she's using her chants as a strategy to calm down. Lulu was feeling less angry now, but still a little bit steamy. So she chanted one last verse of her calm down chant. It doesn't matter if they out and out abhor me, because when I'm done with them, they'll totally adore me. There, Lulu felt calmer, much, much calmer. And I hope you're looking up at the word abhor. For the rest of her morning with Mitzi and Fritzy, she took them first for a quick dip in the lake and then to bookmark making at Arts and Crafts, reciting state capitals all the way. Some she got right and some she got wrong, but right or wrong, the twins were not that impressed, or amazed, or astonished, and certainly not adoring. So when they said before, "Wow, you're the most amazing person I've ever seen," they were really being sarcastic. They were not that impressed with her knowing all the state capitals. Ball games tomorrow, Lulu announced, determined to not be discouraged. Softball, volleyball, and some basketball too. I'll watch you play and tell you everything you're doing wrong. And then I'll get in there and show you the right way to do it. Lucky us, said Mitzi, not sincerely. I'm sure you'll try, said Fritzy, too sincerely. And so the entire next morning, Lulu watched as Mitzi and Fritzy swatted, and tried to sink a ball, carefully pointing out to them what she called their many, many, many mistakes, and then in what only Lulu would think was a kindly tone kind of voice, explaining that they should do too, as she put it, maybe stop messing up all the time. After which she got in there and showed them what she herself described as some really good moves. So she's just telling them everything they're doing wrong and then trying to show them what she thinks is right. They don't seem too impressed still. After which Mitzi and Fritzy had only one thing to say to Lulu. It's time for lunch. Where was the respect? Where was the admiration, like with Sebastian? And where was even the tiniest, teeniest, slightest hint of adoration? They don't have it for her. And we're going to pause right there and get ready for chapter 16 next time. All right, guys, have a good day.